I'm about to lose my brain stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make sense.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
DJ, turn it up, and I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. Rubble on top of rubble, and I'll still be bombing. Look like a wall, Richie. Look like a wall. You didn't say no. Look like a wall, Richie. Look like a wall. You didn't say no.
Nobody knows why liars lie. Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. It's God's side and the other side.
Country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, overcame bitch, and look like Mr. Potato Head.
I didn't want to be a movie star.
No, you couldn't be a movie star. Ricky Smiley can't act, cause Ricky Smiley can't act. Why is he in a dress again? He didn't be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no. Said ain't got no special, you remember? Eve ain't got no special, you remember? Ricky ain't got no special, you remember? Sir, I have 12 comedy specials. If you Diddy or whoever you is, DJ, turn it up, and I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. Rubble on top of rubble, and I'll still be bombing. Look like a wall, Richie. Look like a wall. You didn't say no. Look like a wall, Richie. Look like a wall. You didn't say no.
All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to another episode of the the original Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Ahmadiyyah Shakur. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, Miss Cookie, Christy One Love, Juju B, Timber Dan, All Hell Nah, Liz Bourne, Queen Amona Huey, Deronda, The Lovely T, Princess Netra, Nessie X, Vince I Am from the UK, Bryce is here, Reese, Latrice, or Leatrice, DJ Big Six, Brand Slayer TV, Lillian X, 504 Nola. All right, Laverne, Diane Dash, Charm Watson, Courtney J. All right, let's get into it. Rachel, I see you, beloved. Miss Peaches said the undisputed queen is in the house, and you better know it. Thank you, beloved. All right, Mr. Elevation, Internet Goulash. Anita Harrell is here. RG Titan, Khalid Herleen. Okay. Priscilla, I see you, Ethelene. Okay, let's get into it. Vince I Am said the queen is nefarious as F, allegedly. Queen Sam said, who else has their laptop in the bathroom so they don't miss the queen? Queen Sam, you are something else. Okay, Aboriginal woman said, I know Faison is fuming. You know he is. You know he is. Hey, Jarvis, Regina, Courtney J. All right, Claudette, my Aunt Egypt in the house. Said, Queen, I'm here for it. All the juice. All right, hey, Regina. Okay, Cosmic Thoughts. I said, what's the name of the backup channel? It is called Queen Ahmadiyyah, the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. Moderators, please put the link to the backup channel in the chat, okay? Hey, Mary, Queen Fab in the house, Honey 69. Moderators, please put RG Titans in here. Please put the link to the backup channel in the chat, okay? The Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. So let's get into it. Let's get into it, honey, because we're going to talk about Katt. Now, first things first. Let's talk about Tiffany Haddish hating on Katt once again. She really needs to sit down somewhere because as far as I'm concerned, all she's doing is trying to jump on the bandwagon and ride the wave. I want you all to pay attention. Now, Katt struck the internet by storm, okay? He literally set it on fire, all right, with explosive gems that he dropped, as I said days ago. And so we have a lot of these little clout chasers trying to keep saying something, you know, Tiffany Haddish mainly, because she's just trying to ride that wave. And she needs to sit down because people went all in on her. I want you all to pay attention. People went in on her as they should. As they should, because she's just clout chasing. There she is right there. Okay, she said, Katt say he don't have no drug addiction, and I believe him. That's what she said. I want y'all to pay attention. I want y'all to pay attention because first, didn't she in fact say that he was on drugs? All good. Tiffany Haddish shares more messages for Katt Williams following his recent comments on her career. Tiffany Haddish is sharing more messages. Okay, after it was previously reported, the comedian went viral after discussing Haddish and other comedians and celebrities during a recently published interview with Shannon Sharp. Now, on Sunday, January the 8th, Haddish took to her Instagram story to share a photo with Katt Williams. I want y'all to pay attention. Now she's posting pictures with her and Katt and talking about, he says he's not on drugs, and I believe him. The picture showed the pair at the 2018 Emmys. Additionally, Haddish was seen standing in front of Williams while the fellow comedian appeared to be in a bowing stance in front of her. Additionally, Haddish shared the photo with a caption tagging Williams. She said, I am looking forward to us working together one day again at Katt Williams. I want y'all to pay attention to the whole clout chase, okay? We will definitely have fun. And at least I know I will because I'm talking. I'm talking on every set, every day that we work together. I'm excited about how hard we will laugh. Girl, please sit down because she was just in that Breakfast Club video that I showed you all on yesterday that Tisa Tales copied. Once again, she can't help herself, but clearly she was just on that video sitting there co-signing everything that Kevin Hart's little hating self was saying about Katt. Okay? When he was saying all of this. And then he said that Katt chose drugs. I want y'all to pay attention. Now, in the next slide of her Instagram story, Haddish shared a photo of her and Williams posing alongside each other. The comedian also poked fun at Williams' lighter leash seen in the picture. At Katt Williams say he don't have no drug addiction, and I believe him. This lighter leash at the Emmys makes me question my beliefs. That's what she said. I want y'all to pay attention. So I'm going to show this picture so you all can see Katt bowing to her. So all so crazy. It's all so crazy. Likes up, everyone. Please get the likes up. Please to like and share. Okay, there it is right there. Now, first of all, she says she believes him, and then she says, I question my beliefs. All right, clearly throwing shade at the same time, trying to clout chase. Tiffany needs to make it all make sense. So, social media users entered the comment section to share their reactions to Haddish's sentiments. Love and hip hop star Jocelyn Hernandez wrote, "Girl, bye." Okay. And then someone else said, I've noticed whenever a person is being favored by the world, all of a sudden, all the celebrities want to piggyback off of their favor and attention and insert themselves. That's exactly what she's doing. It's a clout chase. Because Katt is trending. Y'all stay talking about him, but forgot him all those years. Bye. She might want to sit this one out with all the drama she has around her name. You better lay low, in my Whitney voice. Somebody said Katt did a whole stand-up while sitting down, and now everybody wants to work with him. This is all nefarious. I want you all to pay attention. Now, they say the Shade Room previously reported that Williams briefly discussed Haddish's career during his conversation with Sharp. The 52-year-old alleged that she hasn't performed at the notable comedy club or the Comedy Store. Instead, Williams said Haddish was only seen at the Laugh Factory. A few days later, Haddish replied to Williams' comment by briefly reviewing her resume during a recent comedy special. She said, I've been doing shite. I was on That's So Raven. I've been doing shite. I was on That's So Raven. I was on all this shite. This is what she told the audience. Anybody willing to listen, please pay attention. I was on all the little white people TV shows. The black people TV shows. I've been telling jokes since 1996. And you haven't been funny since then either. Please pay attention. Additionally, Haddish alleged that Williams' claim about her not performing at the Comedy Store was false. That ninja said, oh, they wouldn't let her perform at the Comedy Store? That's right. They wouldn't let me perform on the white nights at the Comedy Store, but I performed on all the black nights, she said. At the time, Haddish also left a social media comment about Williams comparing his looks to Charleston White. Okay, she said, I am not mad. I just wish he would get his facts right about me. Dang, I guess I will send him a reminder text. But are we sure that is Katt Williams? He looks like Charleston White. You all remember I reported that to you. Okay, and so anyway, she needs... Let me share my screen so you all can see this foolishness. Please pay attention. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm going to share it on her Instagram. Hold on. Likes up, everyone. Please get those likes up. Thank you in advance. Here we go.
I've been doing shit. I was on That's So Raven. I was on all this shit. I did extra work. I was on all of the white people TV shows, the black people TV shows. I used to be on Dance 360. I've been out here. I've been telling jokes since 1996. 1996. This man said, oh, they wouldn't let her perform in the Comedy Store. That's true. They wouldn't let me perform on the white nights in the Comedy Store, but I performed on all the black nights. They wouldn't let me perform on the white nights at the Improv, but I performed on all the black and Latino nights. And so the rest of my to LA, I've been doing.
Tiffany Haddish, please sit down trying to clout chase. Now, the truth of the matter is that she absolutely would love to work with Katt Williams. She would absolutely love to. I want you all to pay attention. She would absolutely love to. Y'all First in Me says, and no one has been laughing since 1996. Right. Absolutely, beloved. And Queen Amanda Hewitt says, and still ain't funny. You already know, okay? She needs to sit down. Above all the that drama says, was that a lecture? Dorada said, I didn't hear but a few laughs. Exactly. Okay. And those were her cousins. Please pay attention. Those were her cousins. Girl, sit down. Okay, you're the same woman who did a whole little pedo thing with Ari Spears and thought it was funny. Okay, you got backlash. You're the same person who was being sued for grooming people's children. Okay, please sit down somewhere. Tiffany Haddish, you weren't funny then in 1996, and you're still not funny in 224. And I seriously doubt that she ever will be. I mean, I'm just saying. But what I want you all to pay attention to is now yesterday, we reviewed all of the different arrests that Katt has been involved in, you know, how the charges were dropped or dismissed, and he's never gone to prison, though he's had all of these felonies. And you see, that's because the police, law enforcement, seems to be messing with him like he said. The FBI raided his house, but he's not in prison. He's not on trial. So what's going on here? What is going on here? Could it be that because he's such a firm speaker of truth and facts that people are bothered that they want to take him down? Well, I believe that's the case. Okay. But let's continue, because some of these people who hate on Katt Williams, Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, okay, they want to imply that Kevin Hart is on drugs. Okay. They want to say that, I'm not Kevin Hart. They want to say that Katt Williams is on drugs. Okay. This is what they want to do. And they want to paint this narrative. And the reason they want to do this is because here's why. Let me just tell you. When people are speaking the truth and telling things about people that they don't want told, exposing a lot of things about the industry, whether it be the music industry or the film industry, when they're doing these things, well, people want to silence them. So the first thing they'll do is try to make you look crazy. They'll try to act as though there's something wrong with you. Oh, he's engaging in erratic behavior. He's crazy. He has to be doing drugs. These are the things that they'll say. And this is all because they want to silence you, because they hate on you for speaking the truth on them. It's not like you're lying on them. You're telling the truth, speaking facts, but they get very upset. And as far as Tiffany saying that she did perform at that place and that Katt said she didn't at the Comedy Store, well, Katt may have misspoken, not lied. But if you remember when he was telling the joke, not telling the joke, but when he was talking about Cedric stealing his joke and then just simply changing it from a spaceship to a car, when he was saying that, he mistakenly said 2018. Okay, if you all remember, and then the cameraman corrected him and said, wait a minute, because you remember the Kings of Comedy was in 1998 or 99, right? And then he said, oh, right. And then he changed the date. That's because he misspoke. People do it all the time. I literally just did it and said Kevin Hart rather than Katt Williams. See, I did it again. So my whole point is maybe he misspoke. Maybe it was another comedy circuit that he was talking about. At the end of the day, he's not telling lies on these people. Okay, that's what he's not doing. All right. So with that all being said, another thing is they don't talk about these haters. They don't talk about the humanitarian things that Katt's done. They don't talk about the amount of people that he's helped. But these people that he has helped, well, they've come out and spoken about it. Okay, they've come out and said that Katt has helped them. Let's not forget Dion Cole, Boosie Badass came out. And, you know, recently, there's been people talking about things that Katt has done for them. I'm sure Mark Curry feels indebted to him, okay? After Steve Harvey stole his career, allegedly, okay? And we already know that Steve has copied this man's material. We already know that. We've seen the proof and the receipts. But let's hear what someone had to say about Katt Williams. And also, let me just add this in. Let's not forget how when Yvette Wilson, who played Andale on The Parkers, let's not forget how Katt helped her when she was dying of cervical cancer. Okay, they say Katt took her in and let her stay in his home. That Katt paid some of her bills and everything. Nobody wants to talk about that because they're just mad and they're hating. All right, that's what they're doing. Now, at the end of the day, this person who I'm about to play, they say that, you know, Kevin Hart has helped some people too. And that's likely true. But at the end of the day, Kevin seems to be one of Katt's biggest haters. He can sit there and pretend that he's unbothered. But if he really was unbothered, would he still be talking about Katt? Would he be responding? Would he be sitting at a game with his clones or his friends, these clowns, pretending to try to not be bothered, but at the same time, in the next breath, trying to clown Katt Williams? Of course he's bothered. And who wouldn't be when the truth is being spoken about you when you've been living lies, okay? The same man who's trying to sue somebody for extortion for the second time, okay? When the truth has been revealed about him. That's all I'm saying. But let's get into it. I'm going to play this video. It's in 2 parts. I'm going to play the audio actually, but it's in 2 parts. So let's start with the first half. And I want you all to listen to what this man says about Katt Williams, because this is another person saying how Katt has absolutely helped them and what a good person he is. So, and I want you to think about it. Ask yourselves, if someone's on drugs, what are the chances that they'll be giving money away to a myriad of other people trying to help them? What are the chances that they will be adopting children to help raise them and to teach them about life and things of that nature? Who would be doing that when they're on drugs? People on drugs want all the money for themselves, okay? That's what they want. They don't have money to give away except to their drug dealers, all right? So this is just haters talking trash as per usual.
And I remember me on the mic saying, yo, Katt's not doing well, man. Show him some love. Yeah, you know, the New York in me came out defending my brother. Because, you know, I'm looking at him on the side of the stage, fighting to get back on the fucking stage.
You know, a lot of people go to Los Angeles, and there is that notion of, like, that's where you have to go. I remember we actually had Damon Williams talking to us about it some time ago. He said that Bernie Mac warned him about going to LA because you might end up going broke and sucking dick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like meaning like it's gonna get that bad if you don't have a secured situation set up. So ultimately, how bad did it get for you? And you said your son.
Well, we it got bad. It got real bad. Then it got kind of good for me. But what happened is, Katt Williams was in the equation. Legendary Katt Williams, the incredible Mr. Katt Williams, salute. My son was 10 years old, 10, 11 years old, rocking stages in LA. And Katt would walk up to him after the show and be like, Junior, you's a motherfucking problem. I never forget, he said, you know why I know you're a problem? When you're on stage, you should see the faces of the grown comedians hating on you because they can't do what you do. Here you go, $200. Every time Katt saw Isaiah, $200. Now, Katt was on.
Like what are we talking about? What era was this of Katt?
This is Katt Williams on, shit.
This is after Friday?
After Friday. After Friday. The sitcom with Heavy D and Tracy Morgan, I think. Was it Tracy Morgan on the sitcom?
John Witherspoon was on it, and Heavy D, yep. That was Tracy Morgan's show.
So, Katt was hot. Katt was on fire. I mean, Katt stayed on fire for.
Okay, I don't know what happened, beloveds. Hold on, let me put that back up.
And I remember me on the mic saying, yo, Katt's not doing well, man. Show him some love. Yeah, you know, the New York in me came out defending my brother. Because, you know, I'm looking at him on the side of the stage, fighting to get back on the fucking stage.
You know, a lot of people go to Los Angeles, and there is that notion of, like, that's where you have to go. I remember we actually had Damon Williams talking to us about it some time ago. He said that Bernie Mac warned him about going to LA because you might end up going broke and sucking dick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like meaning like it's gonna get that bad if you don't have a secured situation set up. So ultimately, how bad did it get for you? And you said your son.
Well, we it got bad. It got real bad. Then it got kind of good for me. But what happened is, Katt Williams was in the equation. Legendary Katt Williams, the incredible Mr. Katt Williams, salute. My son was 10 years old, 10, 11 years old, rocking stages in LA. And Katt would walk up to him after the show and be like, Junior, you's a motherfucking problem. I never forget he said, you know why I know you're a problem? When you're on stage, you should see the faces of the grown comedians hating on you because they can't do what you do. Here you go, couple $100. Every time Katt saw Isaiah, couple $100. Now, Katt was on.
Like what are we talking about? What era was this of Katt?
This is Katt Williams on, shit.
This is after Friday?
After Friday. After Friday. The sitcom with Heavy D and Tracy Morgan, I think. Was it Tracy Morgan on the sitcom?
John Witherspoon was on it, and Heavy D. Yep. That was Tracy Morgan's show.
So, Katt was hot. Katt was on fire. I mean, Katt stayed on fire for a long time. But not only did Katt look out for Isaiah, because that money took care of my household. This dude's 10 years old, 11 years old. We in the car going back to the crib. I'm like, yo, bro. You know, Katt said to get that to me, man, for rent. I'm snatching this cat 500 here, 300 there, paying bills. Buy him some sneakers, keep him looking cute, you know what I'm saying? But hey, that. So it was Code Red. Anybody knew Katt was in the comedy club? It could be a school night. Isaiah be sleep. Phone ring. What's up? Word? Katt at the club? Get up, little nigga. Get up. Wow. Hey, man. But then Katt threw us the ultimate alley-oop. Connected us with a management team that was working with him. And then things started to pick up.
Right. When I hear stories like that, it kind of does remind me of, do you think his controversies have overshadowed? And have you heard other stories that Katt, like, looked out for people?
Man, shit. Katt Williams done looked out for thousands of people. Kevin Hart and Katt Williams have looked out, in my opinion, this is my opinion, everybody, so, have looked out for more comedians than anybody on a superstar level. Anyone. Yeah. Anyone. I call Katt Williams and Kevin Hart long arms. They got long arms. Mm-hmm. When we moved to Atlanta, bro, we moved down here. Now, you're talking a few years ago. I was at a spot called the Black Family Expo with my family. It's free to get in. I was with my family down here in Atlanta. And Katt called, his assistant called me, put Katt on the phone, and Katt said, Phillips Arena, tonight, what are you doing? Come on, play. 15 minutes is good? I said, nigga, I'm there. Phillips Arena, bro, in Atlanta. I'll never forget, Black Expo was downtown somewhere. We had to drive all the way back to Cobb County. Mm-hmm. It changed. The wife didn't want to, she's like, but the kids having a good time. I'm like, them kids, let's go. Let's go, or I'm getting out of here in an Uber, something. Changed, got back down there, went to back, saw Katt. He hugged me, I hugged him. You hungry? Met my wife. He had food around. Gentleman, incredible gentleman. We ate a little bit of food. He told me to go up there and give him.
Okay, so I'm going to play the second half, all right?
He told me to go up there and give him 15. I went up there and crushed it. 15. Came off in the back, shook my hand with an envelope. I put the envelope in my back pocket. He looked at me and said, way to crush it like I knew you would. Mm. Boom. Didn't even look at the envelope. Didn't care about it, because he blessed me. He was on stage and he got sick on stage.
You were here.
I was here.
Okay, What was the backstory to that?
Actually, he got bit by a poisonous spider. He told me the story before he went on stage. He got bit in Mexico by a poisonous spider.
And people thought he was BSing.
Yeah, because it's the culture. Our people, we're going to think negatively anyway. We're going to think negatively anyway. Our minds, like Nipsey Hussle said, our culture is contagious, bro. The mindset is not, he's sick, or what's going on, dehydration. Mindset is some other bullshit from our people. Not all, but most. So I'll never forget, I think they made the announcement Katt Williams will not be able to perform the rest of the show. But he had 30, 40 minutes left. People booing, da, da, da. And I remember me on the mic saying, yo, Katt's not doing well, man. Show him some love. Yeah, you know, the New York in me came out defending my brother. Because, you know, I'm looking at him on the side of the stage, fighting to get back on the f***ing stage.
What does that look like? He's sweating?
He's just tired, man. He's going through it, sweating, working hard, not feeling good. And he is still, instead of throwing in the towel, wants to get back up there. But his team is like, nah, bro, you're not, you know what I'm saying? And then I left, went to the W hotel out here where he was at. And he was straight, you know, he was taking care of him, he was giving him some IV, whatever, this and the third. And I think he was going to the hospital after that. I'm not really sure, I think he has his own medics or whatever.
Right.
And I noticed that he was getting a little better. We checked with him. And he said, tomorrow, you're on again. Because it was 2 shows, back to back. That's how dope Katt Williams is, man. That's how dope. He just had some shit go down with him, and he's telling me tomorrow, same thing. So I'm in the car going home, pull out the envelope, like, what the fuck? It's a couple $1,000s in an envelope for 15 minutes of comedy. What? Now I'm thinking, yeah, tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Get there the next day, and I don't see Katt at all. But the show still must go on. But I'm noticing the comedians are doing a lot more time. They bring me up. I go up, do my thing. I'm feeling good about myself. I got a fucking blazer on. I don't never wear a blazer. I'm feeling good now. I do my thing, rip, come off, no Katt, you know. The host go back up, do his time, do more time. Then he makes the announcement, ladies and gentlemen, Katt Williams will not be here tonight. Couldn't make it. They upset, they booing, they upset, they mad, you know. But Katt's such a fucking G. He agrees to give everybody their money back, or give them a ticket for a future show coming up soon, pay the parking back. You know what I'm saying? And people still upset.
Yeah, I think this is important, for you to kind of speak on that.
You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of people from the backstory, I remember we covered that on our platform. Yeah. People did think that Katt was like, you know, on some other stuff. And
but that's what they're gonna think.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna think. If I'm a big dude, bro, if I stand in front of a fucking Wendy's, I'm waiting for an Uber, but I just so happen to stand in front of Wendy's, the natural thought of our people, fat motherfucker don't need to be eating at Wendy's. So Katt is sweating, not showing up. The natural thought of our people is gonna be something negative. He getting high, he this, he that. Get the out of here. The man was sick, but you don't know him on a personal level. You wasn't in the green room to see where he got bit by a spider or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But he could have said, F this, I'm not doing the show. He come out on stage with his mink, you know, doing his thing, and just, you know, got dehydrated. But, so now, I go check on him again, because he didn't come on stage.
Right.
His manager gives me another envelope. Same amount of money in the envelope. But now I'm more concerned about Katt Williams in that envelope. They reassure me that he's gonna be okay. Boom. And you know, now, like I want to say a month later, maybe 2, he did the makeup show out here in Atlanta. I'm trying to get on that. Katt was like, I had you twice. Where's Junior? I said, Isaiah's here. Isaiah's in Atlanta with me. Bet. Put him on. So Isaiah went. Katt showed him love. You know what I'm saying? So you remember shit like that, man. You remember stuff like that. You know, so the Biggie said it. If you don't know, now you know.
All right, so you all heard that for yourselves, honey. At the end of the day, this is why haters be sitting there talking about Katt's on drugs, because he was literally sick on stage and he was sweating. He was dehydrated, bitten by the spider. Now, you heard it from the horse's mouth, okay? And the thing is, you know, when something unfortunate like that happens, well, that just gives them, because these haters who are saying these things, they probably know exactly what happened and why he didn't get on stage. You know, they probably know the truth, but it sounds so much better for them to spread the lie because they're trying to discredit him because they're haters. And that's the first thing they do when you start speaking too much truth. They start trying to discredit you. That's been going on for years, decades. This is what the haters do at the end of the day. And now it's real interesting. It's real interesting because, as I said, Tiffany Haddish is trying to clout chase off of Katt's name. She was just at the Breakfast Club. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. She was just at the Breakfast Club a few years ago, co-signing everything that Kevin Hart was saying about Katt that was in fact all lies. Okay, so let me just bring this back up for those of you who missed it on yesterday. And also, let's not forget how he challenged Kevin Hart. Okay? Okay, likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. And I've yet to hear Kevin respond to the challenge. Have you all heard anything? Because I have not. Okay, it's been radio silence. Please pay attention.
On social media, seeing your stuff on social media, boy, I know you what you do, but you do it for play. If you do it for real, here it is, Kevin. I got a show at your hometown in Philly. I'm gonna take my special there. On that stage, we can put whatever you want. A full court basketball court, a boxing ring, 2 microphones for a rap cipher, or you can get your ass dusted in comedy on that stage. But it's $1 million up for each one. That's $5 million, Mr. 28 million in Forbes. I'll be bringing mine in cash, Mitch. Bring yours however you want. And since you're not a puppet, don't bring no white people with you then. That's a $5 million bet individually. You can take it all, or you can take it part and parcel. This is the new movement.
Not part and parcel.
And say, you know what? I got to fix me, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to stand up for comedy. So when you say Tiffany Haddish doesn't deserve, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You had the shot.
Katt was in that position at one point.
You were the guy.
Yeah.
You were set up to be the star. You didn't show up to work. You fucked off promo shoots. You fucked off your promo fucking trips that they had set up for you. You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped fucking with you.
Why was he a risk?
He chose drugs.
Oh, okay.
Take responsibility for what you chose and say, you know what? I got to fix me, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to stand up for comedy. So when you say Tiffany Haddish doesn't deserve or isn't really a comedian and these other women have worked hard, which they have. Shouts out to Melanie Camacho. Shouts out to Lou Nell. Shouts out to Leslie Jones, who are all underneath the umbrella of Katt Williams. Katt Williams, have you ever used your platform to fucking bring the people that were under you up? You haven't. So because you haven't, don't shit on those that now are. I've used my platform and I brought my guys and girls up. The brand of Kevin Hart is a brand that's expanded so far, whether you like me or not. My presence in comedy will forever be felt because I'm a fucking boss.
Let me take myself off mute. You all heard that, so I played that for you yesterday. Kevin Hart said out of his mouth that Katt Williams chose drugs. Isn't that what a hater would say? Okay, isn't that what a hater would say with no proof? But the reason they say that is because they're haters and they want to silence him and they hate the fact that he exposes them. And like I said, Katt was literally sick on stage and sweating and all of that. And so they just use that to add fuel to the fire because, hey, we know that some silly black people will feed into these things because a lot of our people are our own worst enemies. A lot of our own people just love and thrive on negativity. That's what they do. They thrive on negativity. They don't give us the benefit of the doubt. They just instantly look for the worst. That's what some of our people do, unfortunately. But speaking of that, let me just verify with receipts again that fake Nancy Drew was once again copying my content. She can't help herself, like I told you. Hold on.
If you got tracing where Katt Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility? When do you... Radio, talking mess, defending Tiffany Haddish. Tell me...
I'm sorry. She not only copies the videos that I use, but she copies my talking points. I find that also interesting and quite frankly hilarious. See, this is how you know I'm the best. Okay, if anyone had doubts or questions, this is how you know the queen is the best. Okay, she wants to talk about my analytical skills, but has to copy everything I do. Wayne World said, who is this? It's Tisa Tales. Okay, that's who it is. Ahmadiyyah says, facts queen. Okay, thank you, beloved. At the end of the day, I'm telling you, she sits at home. I want you all to pay attention. She never goes on live at the same time I'm on live. She never says the same thing that I say before I say it. She always says it after. So that's how you know she's absolutely copying my talking points and the videos that I use. I don't really care about her copying the videos, but girl, get your own talking points. You can't find your own talking points. She sits there and watches everything that I do, just waiting for a moment to pounce. So she could try to be like me. H-Town to Cali said her voice is annoying. Yes, it is. Somebody said she sounds like a Valley girl. I mean, it's clear she wants to be a whole Caucasian. Please pay attention. And I heard that's what her mother is. But at the end of the day, nonetheless, just be authentic and original. How to be yourself. Okay? You don't have to try to be the queen, honey. You can't do it better than I can. All right, you can't do it better than I can. Isn't that what Bill Cosby's publicist Andrew White said when he was on here? That nobody can be you better than you, and this is all true. Sandra said, I noticed that about her too, queen. Yes, exactly. Okay. Christine said Katt should sue them for lying. Absolutely. Okay. He probably doesn't even have time to bother with these fools. You see, that's the difference between Katt Williams and Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart will absolutely sue you for trying to expose him. That's what he does. And another thing too, this same person that I was just talking about, she did a whole video sitting up here lying, saying that somebody told her or some secret source, a blind item, as she loves to lie and say, when it's something that she clearly makes up, said that that Kevin Hart is going to try to silence Katt Williams with the legal system. Like he's going to try to sue him. Girl, he can't sue Katt for telling jokes, okay, and for speaking the truth. You could only sue somebody for lying on you, okay? She just makes up stuff for clickbait and clout chasing. I want y'all to pay attention. Where is this RICO that Diddy's been charged with? It didn't end up what she said about 3 weeks ago, and then she doubled down and said it again, that Diddy has a RICO case he's been investigated for, according to her sources. I want you all to pay attention, because here's the thing, beloveds. When a lot of these people come out here talking about secret sources and blind items, they are lying. This is nothing but stuff they're making up. Now, if Diddy was being investigated for RICO, how would any of us know that? Like I told you weeks ago. None of us would know, because this would be done privately by the feds. We wouldn't know until after, okay, they finish the investigation. Now, I'm not saying that he won't get RICO charges. He likely might. And he should for trafficking Cassie. Okay, he absolutely should. But at the end of the day, has he yet? And if so, how does this fool know? Okay, people just be saying stuff just for clickbait and clout chases. That's what I want you to pay attention. Another thing is Tough News TV. whoever is that source sending him those emails, which I don't even believe a word of it at this point. That's why you don't see me using any of that foolishness anymore. That person, if it is actually somebody sending him that stuff, is lying. You know how I know they're lying? Because I want you all to pay attention. See, this is where critical thinking skills come into play. Now, he posted a video the other day saying that the person told him his secret source, and he showed the email supposedly sent, that the person said that Christian Keys was in a relationship with Tyler Perry. I happen to know that's absolutely a lie. And saying that Christian Keys was in a whole relationship with Tyler Perry, first of all, and said he recorded it. Said he recorded himself having an intimate thing with Tyler Perry. First of all, that's a whole lie. That's something that somebody nefarious made up. Okay, Christian Keys is not gay. And at the end of the day, ask yourselves, who would film themselves doing something that they claim they don't do? How does that make sense? And how is it that this supposed secret source that Tough News TV is always talking about, how is it that they know everything about every topic? How do they know about Bishop T.D. Jakes? How do they know all this stuff about Diddy? How do they know all this stuff about Cassie? How do they know all of this stuff about Christian Keys? Where are they getting all this from? Do they know everyone in the industry? See, sometimes you have to use common sense. Now, some things being said about certain people are absolutely true, but some of these things are being made up to just get clout and to get views for their channels. I want you all to pay attention, okay? I want you all to pay attention. Some people are out here lying to get clicks and views for their channels. Another thing I want you to pay attention to is how some people are such haters. They were out here hating on Willie D. Some of these people were talking about, oh, Willie's interview with Katt Williams was boring. First of all, if it was boring, why did you sit there and watch it? Because you clearly watched it. You clearly sat there and watched it. So if it was so boring, why did you watch it? Haters, mad because they couldn't get that type of interview. That's what that is. That's what it says to me. And also, I want to shout out Willie D and Shannon Sharp for having Katt on their shows, but also for allowing other people to eat off of it, because neither one of them have been striking people's channels for using their content, which they absolutely could. Okay, because Tasha K, I'll tell you in a minute that she's striking channels if you use her content. So with that all being said, honey, nothing but haters out here in these YouTube streets, okay? And that's what haters do. They lie, steal, and cheat and copy other people's content and their talking points. That's what they do because they can't help themselves. All right, Jay Gray said, sounds like it's made up. And that's because it is. It's all made up, honey. When they said that stuff about Christian, honey, okay, and I met Christian back in 2005, like I told you all, at a show that he was performing in called All Men Can't Be Dogs, okay? And I think it was produced, I forget the guy's name who produced it, but nonetheless, out here lying. So sit down somewhere, stop lying on people's names and trying to disparage people and saying stuff that you don't know. And then I saw another YouTuber did a video saying that Christian was defending Tyler Perry. And they played the video. He wasn't defending Tyler Perry. He was saying that he was speaking with a reporter, and the reporter mistakenly thought that Christian Keys' show, All the Queen's Men, was Tyler Perry's show, because Tyler's one of the executive producers. That's not Tyler Perry's show. And Christian corrected them respectfully, as he said, and told them, this is my show. Now, he did go on to praise some of the people who work for Tyler Perry. But how is that defending Tyler Perry? And this person also tried to imply that he was messing around with Tyler Perry. And why would they imply that? Well, because likely they heard that BS that was on Tough News TV. So that's the thing. A lot of our people just take stuff and run with it. I saw some fools posted on TikTok saying that Bishop T.D. Jakes had been arrested. And he wasn't arrested. It was his son that was arrested, and that was years ago. You see, once somebody tells a lie and puts it out there, just pay attention to how the truth spreads slower than a lie, because a lie takes off like wildfire. These people will sit up here and they will spread lies. They don't care what they say or how they say it. And they will sit there and say these things, and then other fools will go right behind them and say the same things. And then people out here calling themselves Nancy Drew and acting like they're doing investigative research when all they're doing is copying me, because I'm the real Nancy Drew. I'm the one that does investigative journalism. Sit down somewhere, haters. I find it all so interesting. I find it all so interesting. Wayne World said, wow, Tisa, say it ain't so, shaking my head. It's absolutely so. I've shown you all a myriad of receipts. And now, as I keep saying, I want her to show with timestamps where I ever copied her content. Because that's what she said. See, that's why I'm going in on her. Because she literally said that. And then said that I don't shout her out. I used one video of that fool's, and that's the one with Diddy kissing his mother in the mouth. And I told you all it was her video, or that I got it from her, and she got it from someone else. And I shouted her out. When I talked about Jonathan Oddie, I saw her use the video, and I shouted her out. Okay, now if you're going to sit up here and copy my content or copy my videos, I don't hear you shouting me out, hater. I don't hear you shouting me out. And you know she's a hater because she said that I look like a drowning rat and a hamster. I just want to put that back out there because that's what she said. And I never said anything disparaging about her looks because I think she's a beautiful young lady on the outside. The inside is a whole nother story. Please pay attention. Okay, and she needs to pull that wig to the front so it meets with the hairline. So we can't tell that it's a wig. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Lovely T said Queen, she cats. Okay. Terry said, yes, the Queen does put in work for real, for real. Thank you, beloved. Okay. Aboriginal woman said, just shut her down, Queen. We tired of waiting. I know. Y'all want me to drop those receipts. Okay, I'm going to do a whole video about this girl in a minute. Just pay attention. I'm going to do a whole video about her with her name in the title and everything. Watch. I see now I'm going to have to do it like I did wig. All hell no said, not the wig slide back. Yes, absolutely. But let me continue, honey, because y'all have got me off track. Y'all have gotten me off track. Now, let's talk about, where is it? Now, I told you all, Katt has been warning us about the industry for years. He's been warning us. So let's get into it. Here's the clip.
Motherfucker in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a mother be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit. Nick, come here. Come here. Is that two niggas kissing? Is one of them niggas Professor Ovi? He came out the closet. He came out the closet. Oh my God, a rubber.
You all remember when he called that Professor Ogilvy from the Parkers? He's been telling us about Hollywood and the industry, period, about those parties that they have. Let's not forget that I played for you the audio from the Doggy Diamond interview with Ollie Vegas, where he talked about those parties as well. Okay? I told you all a myriad of times about this stuff. So it's also nefarious. But now let's go to Terry Crews talking about Katt Williams.
To audition for Friday. So I got a chance to audition for Friday after next.
Friday after next. So good, make you want to slap your mama.
I remember sitting in the waiting room, me and Katt Williams.
Who's that? Oh, that's just Money Mike.
Katt Williams and I decided we were going to go all in.
Introduce me to your friend, Craig. Oh, that's Money Mike.
You look at the scenes with Katt Williams and I. It's almost like a intense drama.
You ever been to the pen?
Hell no. Thanks for asking.
The attitude about this thing was comedic in tone.
Got that look in your eye. Fresh fish on the line, nigga. Ain't nothing like that shit.
We didn't play it as a comedy. And this is why it worked.
Don't fight this shit.
In a lot of ways, when I look at Katt and his career and how he's gone and what it did for me.
I'm a nice guy, you get to know me.
This guy is willing to be a true actor. So I got a chance to audition.
Okay, so there you have it. Katt is very talented, okay? No matter what the haters say. And at the end of the day, this is likely why he's been arrested so many times. Because he feels like the police are effing with him. And I feel the same way. Now let's go to this interview that Katt did some years ago. I'm going to put an overlay on the screen. And then we're going to listen to it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. 541 people in the chat. Let's make the likes match the number of people in the chat. Thank you.
I wish I was as good as doing that in real life as I am on stage, but you got to start somewhere.
I watched some of your stand-up yesterday, and I have to say, I'm so impressed with stand-up comedians because it's the most scary thing I can ever imagine doing.
Yeah.
Where do you kind of get the courage to go up in front of so many people and with the pressure of being funny?
Tonight, we're getting fucked up! Well, the courage in the beginning is a little different than the courage now. The courage in the beginning is that these are all people that you don't know, and it's hard to have conversations with multiple people at once, and you bring that into it. But at this point in my career, I'm only talking to one person. And so it makes it easier because my fans are represented as one person. This is a relationship that we're really in. And so we've been together long enough that we've discussed the good things, we've discussed the bad things, we discussed current events. This is the opportunity to have the dialogue, and that's what keeps the relationship fresh for me. So I generally feel more comfortable in those moments than I would if I was in a room with 3 people.
Really? So sometimes you must feel like, okay, this is not going as planned. How do you get out of a situation? Or do you ever feel that? Or are you so...
Comedically?
Yeah.
Well, it's a very responsive sport. So if you don't make an adjustment to whatever it was that you're feeling or whatever is happening, then it's still going to continue. And so it requires you to try to read how things are going and make an adjustment before it gets to critical points. I wish I was as good as doing that in real life as I am on stage, but you got to start somewhere. But yeah, that's how it works. On
serial killer. Are you a serial killer?
I am not a serial killer.
You just emphasize.
So what is that compared to being in a movie like this one? Is it much easier to like act in a movie than being on stage in front of people, or how is that dynamic different?
Well, it's only different because on stage, this is me. And so I'm being as close to myself as possible. And in the movie situation, I become whoever that guy is before we start the process. So I'm never adding Katt Williams things into it. It's just this character, and this is what his life revolves around. So I eat what he would eat. I mean, that's what I do. So when you're in a great project, it pays off because everybody in this movie is already so good at comedy and acting that I can either do a great job and we have a movie, or I can stink up the place. And everybody,
you did a good job.
Thank you.
So I mean,
those are my only options. So.
Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. Listen, I want you all to pay attention. You know, a lot of these people who hate on Katt Williams are also upset because he didn't take shortcuts. Okay, and because he's cut out the middleman. Okay, he didn't take shortcuts by bending over, touching his toes, didn't do any of that. Okay, by attending these nefarious parties. Okay, trying to get in good with certain people. He didn't put on a dress. He didn't do a myriad of things that some of these other people sadly have done because they felt obligated to do so, because they wanted to be in a certain place and they wanted to be seen and viewed in a certain light by their peers. So they did some of these things. They took the shortcut to their success, and Katt didn't. He took the long route. But now he's doing what they're doing. Okay. And I don't mean they're nefarious things, but what I mean is he's just as famous, if not more famous than them, some of them. And so they hate that because they view him as someone who wouldn't play ball, someone who didn't want to join in the game. And now they feel that he can look down on them. And well, clearly he can. You see, some people love to say that no one's any better than someone else. But I tell you all, that's not true. Absolutely, there are some people who are better than others. I'm better than a serial killer. I'm better than a rapist. I'm better than a thief. Okay? I'm better than a pathological liar. All right? And so are many of you. So at the end of the day, these people with these big egos who did everything that they had to do, who did things that they that made them lose their integrity and their dignity, who did things that humiliated them in some cases, perhaps, they're upset because Katt has never done those things. He took the long way around the block, whilst they took shortcuts. And we could see that in Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish is not funny. She's never been funny, and I don't think she ever will be. She hangs around funny people. She's been in movies with funny people. Okay? But at the end of the day, is she really funny? Well, the answer is sadly no. And maybe that's why she has a drinking problem. Maybe that's why she gets so drunk that she gets DUIs repetitively. And I find it interesting that the same woman who has gotten these DUIs and who has in fact been arrested twice for them, I find it interesting that she wants to point the finger of blame and shame at Katt Williams and imply that he's on drugs. And that she sits there or sat there and nodded her head in agreement with Kevin Hart when he lied and said that Katt chose drugs. We can look at Katt's career and the way he took the internet by storm just days ago with that interview, how he set it on fire. Kevin Hart's never been able to do that, and I doubt he ever will. Tiffany Haddish has never been able to do that, and I doubt she ever will, unless it's for them doing something nefarious that gets all of our attentions. Okay? But at the end of the day, I find it interesting that she can sit there and talk about anybody when we all know for a fact, this ain't speculation, that she clearly has an alcohol problem. The stuff they say about Katt's nothing but lies and speculation and innuendo and propaganda. Okay, that's all that is. Just a means to try to bring him down because he has excelled far beyond them without having to do anything that would compromise his integrity. Like Steve Harvey said, we can't let our integrity get in the way of our money. Sit down somewhere, chicklet teeth. Okay, sit down somewhere. Like Mark Curry said, Steve Harvey is a bitch ace ninja. You know what Mark Curry said about him? I'm sorry. Make it all make sense. Make it all make sense. And I want to remind you all. Somebody said, why don't they hire drivers? Exactly. If you're that drunk, why don't you hire a driver? And I want you all to pay attention to something. You see, the whole thing about people that drive drunk that really ticks me off, it's okay if you don't care about your own life. It's okay if you don't mind injuring yourself. But when you get out there on the road and you know that you're intoxicated and you choose to drive anyway and put other innocent people's lives in danger and jeopardy, I have a whole problem with that. And I just wonder why nobody's canceled Tiffany Haddish, okay, for that and for being accused of grooming people's children. And then doing that nefarious skits that her and Ari Spears did together. I have questions. Okay? I have questions. Oh, Wayne World said, not Queen with the impression, shaking my head. Brad Slayer TV said, what kind of teeth, Queen? Chicklet teeth, beloved. Chicklet teeth. Okay? That's what they look like. Dorada said, Steve's chiclets are oversized chiclets, Queen. Yes, they are. Courtney J says she's protected by the gatekeepers. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So with that all being said, she is not funny. Maybe a decent comedic actor, but not a stand-up comedian, says Subliminal Frequency. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so with that all being said, everyone please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, Subliminal Frequency says, I hope Katt sues them for slander. Okay. Sandra said, that's the Mexico cheap chiclets. Bithia says, facts, Queen. My parents were killed by a drunk driver. I am so sorry to hear that, beloved. I am absolutely sorry to hear that. Okay. And that's why these people are a detriment. Okay. I had a friend in high school who was killed by a drunk driver also. So that's something I don't play with. And Tiffany Haddish needs to sit down somewhere. She's reckless. She endangers the lives of other people with her BS, but she wants to imply that somebody's on drugs. Well, it's a fact, okay, that she has a problem with alcohol. That's just a fact. And her arrest prove it and verify it. With that all being said, I want to thank you all for tuning back in once again. Please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And also for those of you who are subscribed, please double check on the daily to make sure you're still subscribed, especially if you have not been receiving your notifications. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, Twitter at DGoddess27. And make sure you join the backup channel, okay? Make sure you follow the backup channel, the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I will be live on there today because I have some more things to talk about. And we got to talk about Hunter Biden, okay? We got to talk about Hunter Biden and what this woman said about Kim Kardashian that I thought was very interesting, amongst other things. So with that all been said, everyone enjoy the rest of this lovely day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, make your haters your motivators. And always keep the Most High first in your lives.
DJ, turn it up, and I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. Rubble on top of rubble, and I'll still be bombing. Look like a wall, Richard. Look like a wall. You didn't say no. Look like a wall, Richard. Look like a wall. You didn't say no.
Nobody knows why liars lie. Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. It's God's side and the other side.
Country bumpkin black blue that can't talk good. Uber bitch and look like Mr. Potato Head.
I didn't want to be a movie star.
No, you couldn't be a movie star. Ricky Smiley can't act. Cause Ricky Smiley can't act. Why is he in a dress again? He didn't be wanting to body. And you gotta tell him no. Said ain't got no special jewelry.